When you sponsor the MyFM Media Local Sports Network, you're not just supporting high school football, hockey, basketball, soccer, and Milford Legion baseball, you're supporting the heart of our community. And here's the win. Local sports deliver a loyal audience, parents, students, boosters, teachers, and fans all tuning in all season long. Your business gets unmatched visibility across radio, streaming, digital, and social. It's the home team advantage, and it works. Stand out, give back, grow your business. Become a local sports network sponsor at myfmdigital.com. Book a meeting today.
Welcome on in. Welcome on in here to Shrewsbury High School for today's matchup between the number 2 Hopedale Blue Raiders and the number 3 Douglas Tigers. Douglas Tigers coming in with a 20-0 record. Hopedale Blue Raiders in at 13-7. Dylan Potemry here alongside me, Joe Rice here on the MyFM Local Sports Network, as well as on the NFHS Network. Thank you all for tuning in. I see that I think our video currently is frozen. I'm going to go ahead and try and fix that up for you guys. We're just experiencing some small technical difficulties, but beforehand, just want to thank our sponsors, the Embroidery Bar, Milford Tire and Service, Full Service Junk Removal, Done Right Asphalt Repair, Tailwind Tavern, Wink Salon and Spa, Atria Draper Place in Hopedale, and Pepperoncinis for sponsoring today's broadcast and making this game happen. Well, while I go ahead and try and fix up this video, I'm going to kick it over to my fellow mate Joe here, who's going to go ahead and kind of break down this matchup, which should be a good one because these two teams have met so far twice already this season.
Yeah, and just even going back into prior seasons, Dylan, they are quite familiar with one another as they were former DVC rivals. These two teams coming in, playing each other twice this year. Douglas had the victory over Hopedale, and then after that, Hopedale actually faced off against Douglas in the Clark Tournament Finals, where Hopedale eked out a 46-45 victory back on February 21st. This should be a great matchup here tonight, Dylan.
Yeah, it should be a really good one. Obviously, that Clark tournament doesn't count against the record of Douglas, though it's their unofficial loss on the season.
But I'm sure they're remembering that.
They definitely remember it, and I'm sure Hopedale remembers it as well. So these two teams are going to be very, very competitive against each other. Hopedale, they had a little drought in the middle of their season where they dropped 4 in a row. Sutton, Northridge, South High, and Millbury. Doesn't help that was a forced road game stretch, though, as well.
Yeah, no, that's true. They did drop 4 in a row in the middle part, towards kind of the ender part of the season, but Hopedale was able to right the ship, rattling off 5 in a row after that point. And obviously the last 3 playoff games are all victories as well, so they're coming in on an 8-game win streak. Douglas, on the other hand, given their record so far in terms of the regular season and playoffs, they're 20-0 despite that one loss in the Clark tournament.
Yeah, and then we look on the other side at Douglas, who we know they had that one loss to Hopedale, but when you look at their regular season, 20-0, just absolute utter dominance from this team.
Yeah, they have not given up many points at all here, Dylan. I'm just kind of taking a quick glance at some of the final scores. I mean, 11 points allowed, 19, 16, 9, 25, 19, 22, 21, 26. They know how to keep people off the board.
They do for sure. And the thing that's quite interesting about this team is the fact that they are, the Douglas team that is they are a very young team as well.
They are, yes.
6 freshmen on this team. And most of them are getting out there and getting playing time as well. They're not just riding the bench.
No, they certainly are not. This is a young team. This window for Douglas does not end here just tonight.
It doesn't. And the Douglas team has also been super good defensively as well. I mean, out of their 20 regular season games, just in 7 of them, they allowed 20 or less points. So what do you think that says about this Douglas team? And then what is Hopedale going to have to do to try and beat this stout defense?
Well, I think that they've kind of played to the formula a little bit. They're going to have to continue to battle in a tight, hard-fought, tightly contested game. Hopedale's done that twice so far against Douglas. They did pull out one of them.
We look at how both of these teams ended up getting here. Obviously, Hopedale coming in at 13-7, but getting the number 2 seed. Again, it's based off your strength of schedule, the margin of difference, which both of these teams did quite well in getting that margin of difference. I think there was maybe 5 games where Douglas had a team within 10 points of them. But let's look at Hopedale, who finished 13-7 at number 2. Coming into the playoffs, they had to face the number 34 Cape Cod, who came out of a play-in game. They win that one convincingly, 62-24, probably an expected result based off of number 2 versus number 34. But then you go up against number 18 Prospect Hill, and it's a 10-point game, and that's how they win, at 53-43. So that one kind of set them back in their stance.
Yeah, a little bit. But, I mean, when you look at the improvement from Hopedale from game to game, I mean, you kind of throw away that play-in game against Cape Cod. You look at the Prospect Hill game as – to me, that's your real first competition of the playoffs. Mm-hmm. All due respect to Cape Cod, but at the same time, they were the 34 seed. Hopedale was the 2 seed.
Yeah.
So Prospect Hill is your first real playoff game. You win by 10. Then you go against the number 7 seed Minuteman Regional, and you win by 18. So it seems like they're improving.
Yeah, and so then you go ahead, as you mentioned, Minuteman Regional, they bounce back in that game, and obviously here they are now competing for the semifinals, a chance for a final spot to go for the championship. We look at the number 3 Douglas Tigers, who in the playoffs so far pretty much utterly dominated before they were checked out just slightly in their last round. So we look at number 30 McCann Tech. They went up against, they beat them 40-21, and then they just put a beat down on number 14 Norfolk Aggie, 53-26.
Yep.
But then facing number 6 Renaissance, a team, that's a high seed right there. They gave them quite the battle, losing by just 5 Renaissance, 52-47. Some good competition coming in and preparing them for tonight's game.
That's exactly the way that I thought about that, Dylan. You're in a close game. You can tell that most likely this game will be a close game as well. So Douglas comes in with the more recent close victory. You got to wonder if that pays dividends tonight.
It definitely could. As we look at both of these teams' schedules, I mean, it's easy to point out for Douglas, it's just win, 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 win. We look at Hopedale. They started off the season on a 4-game winning streak, and then it kind of went back and forth. But, they finished out 5 games in a row winning out, and there were some tough games in that, including back-to-backs against BMR. It's not always easy to play a team in back-to-back.
No, certainly not, and those were 2 close games as well that they were able to pull out. Just looking at the end of the schedule for Hopedale, 6-point win, 13-point win, 6, 7, and 7. So lots of close games mixed in there.
And you look at these other teams that they face, like Sutton, Northridge, South High, Millbury.
Yeah.
These all aren't Division 5 teams
No, those are good
either.
teams. Yeah, those are solid teams. I mean, obviously, Millis girls are also another good team. So Hopedale had a bit of a difficult schedule, which obviously helped them in terms of power rankings here, as they're the number 2 seed over Douglas here tonight.
Yeah, just about 8 minutes till tip-off, it looks like, as both teams are currently warming up. We would like to thank our sponsors once again. We'll thank tonight's Colors of the Game, brought to you by the Embroidery Bar. Tonight's game is also brought to you by Milford Tire and Service at Route 140 in Hopedale, where your tires are their business. Brought to you by Full Service Junk Removal out of Natick, fast, reliable junk removal and cleanouts when you need it most. It's also brought to you by Done Right Asphalt. Serving Upton and the surrounding area, asphalt done right. Brought to you by Tailwind Tavern in Hopedale, where good food, great company, and genuine hospitality come together. Brought to you by the Winks Salon and Spa. Best journey in life is the journey back to yourself. Take a well-deserved break from the stresses of your busy day to focus on you. Brought to you in part by Atria Draper Place in Hopedale, where living means no longer having to worry about coordinating the conveniences of daily life, so you can focus on comfort, connection, and enjoying each day to the fullest. And brought to you by Pepperoncinis. Get your wings before the game and after the game. And that's also where you're going to go ahead and hear about our player of the game at the end of the day. Get our Pepperoncinis player of the game in action. Joe, I want to ask you for Hopedale, what are the keys for them to get the victory tonight?
You got to play tough defensively. Obviously, Douglas is probably going to hold you down in terms of points. You're not going to have a great day, I don't think, at least, from the field. So you're going to have to kind of get in the trenches when it comes to playing well defensively, because I think Douglas is going to keep you low scoring. And Hopedale's done that, like I said, already twice so far against Douglas. I don't see why it should be any different here tonight.
And if you're Douglas on the opposite side of that, what do they have to focus on, and what are their keys to going out and getting this victory tonight?
Well, I think it's a very similar story. I think these two teams play very similarly, and that's why you get, a 4-point differential in the 2 games that they've played against one another. I think they have a very similar playing style. Obviously, Douglas is 20-0, and Hopedale obviously 13-7. But I think they play very similarly, and it's shown.
Well, we are right in the midst of everything. We've got Douglas fans off to our left, Hopedale fans off to our right, and a spattering of different fans out in front of us. We're here with the fans in the stands, as we always are, about 5 minutes to tip off here. I want to thank you all for tuning in on the MyFM Local Sports Network. We're going to go ahead and take a short break. When we get back, we'll have the starting lineups and probably the national anthem and everything else and more you could want right here on the MyFM Local Sports Network, MyFM 101.3.
Hi, this is Anthony from the Embroidery Bar, and I'm excited to let you know that we're officially open at our new Milford location. Come visit us at 189 West Street, across from Dairy Queen. I also want to say a huge thank you to everyone who helped us move and get set up. Your support means everything to us. We specialize in custom embroidery, screen printing, and laser engraving, creating custom apparel and designs for businesses, schools, teams, organizations, and families. Not sure where to start? Our designers are always happy to bring your ideas to life. We hope you'll stop by and see our new space, the Embroidery Bar, now open at 189 West Street in Milford.
Attention local Boston Marathon runners. Are you lacing up for more than just the race? Are you running for a cause, a loved one, or a mission that's close to your heart? MyFM wants to share your story. We're looking for local runners to join us for an interview and share the passion behind the miles. If you're running the Boston Marathon to chase a dream, honor a loved one,
McIntyre Loam is proud to support the fine young athletes, coaches, and local schools featured on the MyFM Media Local Sports Network. For generations, McIntyre Loam has helped homeowners, landscapers, and communities build from the ground up, providing quality loam, mulch, gravel, stone, and reliable delivery you can count on. It's the same commitment to hard work, teamwork, and doing things the right way that we see every time these local teams take the field. McIntyre Loam, proudly supporting local sports and the communities we call home.
getting around Milford just got easier with the Metro West Regional Transit Authority's newest service, Catch Connect. Catch Connect will pick you up and drop you off at any address in Milford or Hopedale, Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And it's open to everyone. Book your ride right from the MWRTA Catch app with live vehicle tracking. No smartphone? No problem. Just call 508-283-5083. And best of all, Catch Connect is currently fare-free. It's flexible, convenient, and designed for your everyday trips around town. Catch Connect. Local rides made simple. Don't be fooled by the name Pepperoncini's Pizzeria. It's not just pizza. Pepperoncini's Pizzeria and Grill at East Main Street in Milford is a family restaurant with a full menu for your full family. From their great tasting appetizers to game time wings on the bone tossed in a multitude of different flavors. Pepperoncini's offers catering for all corporate events as well as private parties. For the best pizza in the Milford area, it's Pepperoncini's. Bring the family to Pepperoncini's Pizzeria and Grill. You won't leave hungry. Gluten-free pizza on the menu.
The Bruins are back on MyFM 101.3. Tune into your home for the Bruins in the heart of it all to hear all the action like this.
And here's Pasternak off a feed from Geeky just onside, and he scores! Now it'll come free to Hall, right out in front, point blank, Swayman with the stop. Right point, back to Geeky, one-timer, scores! Gets over to Lindholm, far side, shoots and scores!
Every puck drop, hat trick, and goal scored is right here on your hometown station. Don't miss a moment of Bruins action right here on MyFM 101.3. In the heart of it all.
Hey, this is Jay with Full Service Junk Removal in Natick. From construction debris to furniture, yard waste, scrap metal, even hot tubs, we haul it all. Need a dumpster? We got you covered. Give us a call at 617-838-4977.
Full service junk removal in Natick, clearing the way for local teams and families to win. FullServiceJunkREM.com.
Back here in Shrewsbury, Massachusetts, as we get ready for the Division 5 girls basketball semifinal between the number 2 Hopedale Blue Raiders and the number 3 Douglas Tigers. Dylan Patemery alongside me, Joe Rice, as warm-ups look like they're about ready to be over. About a minute 30 till game time. Again, we're going to thank our sponsors here on the MyFM Local Sports Network. The Embroidery Bar, Milford Tire and Service, Full Service Junk Removal, Done Right Asphalt Repair, Tailwind Tavern, Wink Salon and Spa, Atria Draper Place in Hopedale, and Pepperoncini's for sponsoring the MyFM Local Sports Network. As we're just about ready to announce the starting lineups, there's some cheerleading going on. It is a packed house in here right now. The student sections are getting themselves going as the PA announcers are on getting ready to announce our starting lineups, and shortly after, we will have the national anthem. Again, the Douglas Tigers coming in at 20-0, Blue Raiders at 13-7. We were discussing a little bit beforehand, but in case you're just tuning in now, these two teams have met twice this season, one of them counting, which obviously the Tigers came out with the victory, although one might have been a little sweeter because it was in a tournament that Hopedale went away and won that one, Joe.
Yeah, and that's an important tournament to these Central Mass teams, that's for sure.
It's important indeed, the Clark tournament, as just going over, all the rules, the sportsmanship that should be definitely on display.
Yes, exactly.
That will definitely be on display. There's never not sportsmanship here in high school sports.
Model consistency, high school sportsmanship.
We were at a game just a little bit ago, and there was some back and forth from fans, which, it's okay to a certain extent, but sometimes it gets over the line.
Yeah, we've seen it quite a bit, unfortunately.
They go ahead and announce the starting lineups. So Douglas is going to be announced first. Freshman Cassidy Price, along with number 20, freshman Maddie Hogan. Number 24, freshman Lexi Tebow is the third starter announced. Next is number 25, freshman Lily Denome. And finally, number 32, Jasmine Trudeau. A change, a sophomore out there. So 4 freshmen and 1 sophomore for the Douglas Tigers. We'll get you the embroidery bar colors of the game. Douglas is going to be rocking the all blues, the blue jersey with the white number on the front, white Douglas written across the front with 2 white stripes down the right side for the Tigers. For Hopedale, they're going to be in their home whites, as they are the home team. It is all white with some blue trim on the shorts. There's kind of that V in blue facing upside down that's on the side of the legs. The starting lineup for the Douglas Tigers for the Hopedale Blue Raiders, you got me confused for a second. Junior Lexi Carroll, guard number 11, Jenna Whedon, guard number 20, senior Anna Fafard, and finally center, senior captain Phoebe Carroll. As now we get ready for our national anthem, we're going to go ahead and tune on into that right now, and then when we get on the opposite side, we're going to have tip-off. You can hear how loud the crowd is out here. Sorry, I turned myself up a little bit there.
We can hear how loud you are, too,
A lot of me, a little too loud for myself. I'm ready for this matchup, semifinal matchup. There's nothing better than some good high school play. It really doesn't matter what sport it is. High school playoffs, especially when you get to this level, you can just feel the energy coming through.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very palatable here in this gym at Shrewsbury in the neutral location. Both teams showing up very well.
As we get ready to go, again here at Shrewsbury. So what is Shrewsbury? Are they the Colonials? Yeah, it's right up there in front of me too. I was looking at center court. They got the Colonial mascot, and they got it on the 2 baselines too. Duh, Dylan, come on, get your head in the game. But we're focused on the Blue Raiders and the Tigers instead. So the Tigers, they're going to be going from left to right across that dial for those of you listening to us on radio. Otherwise, you guys can just see where they're going. And for for Hopedale, they're going to be going from right to left again. Hopedale in the white, Douglas in the blue. As both get ready to tip off, it'll be Phoebe Carroll going up against, I believe that's 25, yes, the freshman Lily Denome. 8 minutes fresh on the clock. The referee with the ball, and center gives it a bounce. Throws this one up, and that one is one. It'll be in possession of Douglas. They start off on the far side wing. It's Tebow. Now dishes off to Trudeau, back to Tebow. Centers herself back in between the lines. Now into the far side corner. Swung back on over to Trudeau. Tries to push it down low for Denome. Getting bodied underneath. Ball comes loose, and it's going to come off of Denome. Great defense there from the Blue Raiders.
Yeah, nice opening possession right there from the Blue Raiders. Lots of time on the outer perimeter.
And I think just clarifying some things up, and they'll inbound. Douglas is going to full court press here against the Blue Raiders. They're able to pass their way around and get it up to Anna Favard. Now back over to Lexi Carroll, the junior guard. Gives it up top. Ripping the three straight away is Carroll. It's no good and rebounded eventually by Douglas. Now we pushed up by Lexi Tebow. The primary ball carrier. Swung to the left wing. And back into Tebow from Trudeau. Now passed over to Trudeau. She's going to rip the three. That one hits off the side rim and rebounded, ripped down by senior captain Fafard. Ball brought up by the other captain for the Blue Raiders. That's Carroll. Now looking to feed into the post, Huntley. She gets double teamed, goes hard off the glass and good.
Nice strength right there to get those 2 points, the first two of the game.
I'll be brought on up once again by Tebow. Back over to Trudeau on that left wing. Now it's centered into Hogan, and it's taken away. Pushing the pace is Jenna Weedon. One-on-one, tries to initiate the contact, can't get it to go. Rebounded, though, by Carroll. She puts it back up, can't get that one to fall, and Tigers will take it right back. Tebow pushing the pace herself, and now she'll settle things back down. Over to Trudeau, works it into the corner to Hogan. Hogan stops, back to Trudeau. Resetting up at the top of the key. Now to the near side wing, swung back to Trudeau out front to Hogan. Trudeau, they're just working it around the three-point line, looking for the cutting. Tebow now driving in towards the free throw line. Given down low, going with the layup. Can't get it to fall as Denome. She gets her own rebound, gets it again, puts it up and gets fouled.
Great job right there by Denome. Just continuing to get her own rebounds in that situation, and she has a chance at the line here for a couple points.
Our first free throws of the day. It'll be Douglas will be the first ones to the line. The freshman Denome puts the first one up. That one swishes on through. As instructions being given by Coach Ralph Quinn, who took over this program, who had a 2-18 record before completely turning them around, as the second free throw is good to go. Again, Douglas is full court pressing. Hopedale is content to just pass their way out of it, and they do so beautifully. It's down in the hands of Huntley. Gives back to Fafard to reset things for the Blue Raiders. Now pushed down low for Carroll, working in the post. She's looking for a pass now. She's going to try her hand at it. Goes with the post fadeaway. That one just can't roll over the front rim, and rebounded, picked on up by Denome.
Two different offensive strategies completely so far in this game.
Trudeau is coming up on the right side. Now works at the far side to Hogan. And a travel is going to be called up against Hogan. They'll turn things over. 5:25 left to go in this first quarter. Just 4 points total on the board.
Seems like Hopedale really wants to get the ball down low, whereas Douglas is just fine with playing above the perimeter along that three-point line.
Carroll will bring the ball up for the Raiders. And calls for a double dribble, but she's going to drive the lane herself, pushes it up, can't get it to go, rebounded, and that one doesn't go either. But Carroll gets her own rebound, but a travel is going to be called.
Wow, there was one ref that had the jump ball signal. The other one called a travel.
I think that might have been a makeup call. There might have been a double dribble at the beginning of that possession for Hopedale.
I thought there was, or at least a carry.
So Douglas will inbound underneath their own hoop, and they will push their way onto the other side of the court. Again, brought up by Tebow. Over to Trudeau on the right wing. Centered back to Hogan at the top of the key. Now pushes it to Price. A zone defense from Hopedale. Here's Trudeau. Now swings it to Hogan. Hogan's going to drive left. Goes with the floater. Beautiful shot there. 4-2. Douglas takes the lead.
Yeah, that was a contested shot right there. Nice touch.
Now Hopedale, they push their way up. And they'll reset things. 4-2 is the score in favor of Douglas. As the driving, Carroll initiates some contact, trying to draw the charge there. Unable to get it. And he'll go out of bounds. It'll be possession Hopedale. That was Denome trying to draw that charge.
Well, you can see that Hopedale has a bigger size about them. Their average height is much bigger, and they're trying to use their physicality so far early in this game.
Specifically Carroll down low. They get a screen here on the near side. Fafard for three from the corner. Bang, count it. 5-4. Just like that, Hopedale takes the lead back.
Hopedale's been working the ball down low. They finally take a three-point attempt, and it goes right in.
Trudeau had a three-point attempt, tries to push it down low, and that one is going to come off of Hopedale as everyone was swatting for it. They're trying to feed down low to Denome. The Blue Raiders were there. Ball will be inbounded on the right side of the hoop. Now into Trudeau on the right wing. She swings it on over to Tebow, who drives in, then kicks out to the far side corner. Running all the way around is Cassidy Price. Back off to Hogan. Now on the free throw line, given to Denome. Swings out to the left wing. Trudeau for three. Can't get that one to fall. Hits both sides of the rim. Rebounded by Price. She's stuck in the corner, and it's taken away and out of bounds. It looks like Price might have stepped out.
Yeah, I think that was the signal from the far referee. Price just ran out of real estate that time.
Inbounded from the near side. And their own backcourt, setting the screen for Carroll so she can drive up. She's got speed, dishes it off to the left side. Nice little put up and in. Good job from Jenna Whedon.
Well executed 2-on-1 that time from Hopedale.
And now brought back up. It's a 7-4 lead in favor of the Hopedale Blue Raiders. Back up for Hogan. Hogan swings it on over for Trudeau. Trudeau working on the right wing. Now centered. Off to the far side. Trying to pull the three is Hogan. Can't get that one to fall. Whedon tried to grab it and go along. Can't settle in, so it'll be back in possession of Douglas. Now it's over to Tebow. Back to Trudeau. Swinging it all the way around. They're playing 4 out with Denome down underneath. Hogan tried driving the lane. Can't find anything. Ball is deflected on out, and it'll go in favor of the Blue Raiders.
Yeah, it just looked like at that time there were too many people in one area for Douglas, and they, again, ran out of real estate.
It's been a good zone so far from the Blue Raiders as well.
Yeah, certainly a pretty good zone. They've caused a couple turnovers as a result.
Fafard will bring it up. 3 minutes left to go in this first quarter. 7-4 is the score. Fafard's going to drive, fakes the shot, kicks it out to the corner. Nothing going there for Carroll. Lexi Carroll, that is. There's two. And Phoebe Carroll, who goes up and can't get the foul, or can get the foul, can't get the bucket. Will go to the line for two. That's Phoebe Carroll. Well, Lexi Carroll just checked in, the junior guard. A lot of the game so far has gone through Phoebe Carroll, though.
Yeah, that's what you're going to have to get used to here. It's going to be a lot of her the entire night.
She makes her first free throw. For being one of the taller players out there, she's also been a primary ball handler for them. Second free throw straight away, drills that one as well. Makes it a 9-4 lead for Hopedale. Quickly brought up by Hogan. Dished off to Tebow. Hogan and Tebow playing pass from the center and left wing. Tebow resets at the top, now back over to Hogan. Swing pass all the way over to Trudeau. Step back three. That one misses everything, and it'll go out of bounds.
Trudeau did have the space, just missed the shot. Was a good thought.
She's tried a couple three-pointers so far, hasn't been able to get it to fall. A substitution for the Tigers. It's going to be Ari Delgado, one of the more experienced players as a junior on this very young team, coming on in. Ball will be brought up by Captain Fafard. Dishes it over to Lexi Carroll. Over to Phoebe Carroll. She's going to pull the three from the right wing. That one hits off the back rim. Rebounded, though, by Hopedale. Cornered away in the near side is Huntley. Now over to the far side to Fafard. She drives, fades away, puts it up and gets it good. 11-4, a 7-point lead for the Raiders.
Great job to work inside there and the nice little jump step to get the 2 points.
Now it's on the far side wing for Trudeau. Back to Delgado. Trudeau still hasn't gotten that three to fall yet. Delgado working down low for Hogan. Hogan's getting double-teamed, able to escape out of it to the free throw line. Drives, goes hard, gets swatted away, but it's a block. So she'll go to line for two. some relentless effort there.
Yeah, relentless effort for sure, and Hopedale had 2 people right on her. They do get the blocking foul, but that's definitely one that number 20 is going to remember going inside next time.
Not much real estate down low so far for the Tigers as the first free throw hits back rim, then front rim, and comes out. Hogan will set up for the second free throw, the freshman. Second attempt, this one hits nothing but net. 11-5 is the score. As we'll get a change. Coming on in is wrong side, Aria LaChance, a freshman for Tigers coming in. Brought up by Phoebe Carroll. Dishes over to the near side wing, Mia Casey, who recently checked in on the free throws. Now hands off to Lexi Carroll. Back off to Fafard. Fafard runs into Phoebe Carroll, who just takes the ball over, picks up her dribble, gives it down low, going with the sky hook. Can't get that one to fall was Huntley. It's going to come off of a Hopedale player out of bounds for Douglas. 1:20 left to go in this first quarter. Will be inbounded in to Trudeau. As Tigers trailing by 6. They're late in the first quarter. Back off to LaChance. Now swung over to Delgado, back to LaChance. Hogan is going to drive with the left hand, has to kick it back out to LaChance. LaChance gives it to Tebow, who gets drilled down low, can't get the foul, but then underneath, the Gnome is going to get the foul call. Like 2 Blue Raiders converged on Tebow.
Yeah, so past couple possessions, Douglas has worked the ball down low and have gotten a couple of fouls on the Hopedale girls, so got to start to wonder if they start to change their strategy a little bit more here.
So Denome will go to the free throw line. She makes her first one. Makes it now an 11-6 game.
Seen a lot of offensive rebounds for Douglas so far as well.
Denome, second free throw. This one hits off the back rim and in. 11-7, just under a minute to go. Ball will be brought up by Phoebe Carroll. No full court press. Gets a screen from Hogan, doesn't use it. Now uses it, this time going to the far side, tries to work in the post. She's getting double teamed, and she's going to get foul call. I believe it's going to be on the freshman, Maddie Hogan. So ball underneath, far side of the hoop. Fafard will inbound this one. It'll be inbounded to Phoebe Carroll on the far side wing. Swung on over, Mia Casey for 3, tries to go with the bank, can't get that one to fall. Pressure on the rebound, but taken by the Tigers. So brought up by Jasmine Trudeau. Swung to the left wing. Hogan tries to bounce pass underneath. It's going to come off a foot of Hopedale. Be Douglas ball. Trying to find Denome down low there.
I think you're going to start to see that a lot more here as this game progresses.
32.6 on the clock. Inbounded. Swung over to LaChance. Into the corner for Hogan. Hesitated to take the 3. Now to LaChance up top. To the right wing. To Tebow. Tebow drives into the center. Now tries to cut in and stop right there. Good defense. Hogan from 3 is good. Their first 3 of the game makes it 11-10. They'll be brought on up by Hogan. Just 8 seconds on the clock. Brought up by Fafard. Fafard goes up with it. The layup can't get it to go. 1 second on the clock. Ball is loose and can't get the shot off in time. Douglas able to claw their way back into this one, 11-10, heading into the second quarter. Thank you all for tuning in to the MyFM Local Sports Network. We'll be right back on MyFM 101.3.
Hey, it's Tyler Lawton, and you can join me every weekend from 4 to 7 p.m. for the Weekend Wind Down on MyFM 101.3. I'm bringing you the greatest hits from the 80s and 90s, plus local news, pop culture updates, and a preview of what's coming up this week on MyFM. From interviews and giveaways to sports and community buzz. It's the perfect way to chill out before Monday hits. The Weekend Wind Down with Tyler Lawton every weekend from 4 to 7, only on MyFM 101.3.
Back here in Shrewsbury, Massachusetts, for the MIAA Division 5 girls semifinal between Hopedale and Douglas. It's currently 11-10 in favor of Hopedale, but Douglas starting to get their way back into things.
Yeah, 1-point game. Are you surprised at all, Dylan?
I'm not, but I was surprised that they went down by 7 to start.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Douglas does a good job storming back, and it was Really, it was Jasmine Trudeau, who made that whole play for that last three-pointer for Douglas.
They'll be inbounded for Hopedale. They try and go with a set play over to Phoebe Carroll on the far side. She gets it right back. Thought about it. Her foot's on the line on the far side corner, now working in the post. She's working on Denome, stopped right in her place. Gives it out, ripping the three. Fafard can't get that one to fall. Rebounds loose and picked on up by Hogan. Hogan will push the pace up and get things started. Lachance gives on to the far side, now to Delgado. Back over to Hogan. Swung on over to Trudeau. Working down low, looking for Denome. That one swatted away. Great defense there from Layla Huntley.
Yeah, Huntley just getting her arm in there and smacking the ball loose. Hope they're able to bounce right back onto it.
Trying their best to deny Denome down low. Now swung over to Lexi Carroll. Gives it into the post to Huntley. Goes up with it, gets fouled. She's going to go to the line for two. Ari Delgado is the recipient of the foul. I want to thank all of our sponsors. Tonight's game brought to you by Tailwind Tavern in Hopedale, where good food, great company, and genuine hospitality come together. As the first free throw bounces off the backside of the rim and falls in, makes it 12-10. Also would like to thank Winks Salon and Spa. The best journey in the life is the journey back to yourself. Take a well-deserved break from the stresses of your busy day to focus on you. Second free throw coming up. He's trying their best to distract Hopedale. Doesn't work, though. Completely unfazed is Huntley. Makes it 13-10. Will be brought up by Jasmine Trudeau, the sophomore, who's been one of the primary ball handlers to bring the ball up for the Tigers. Now swung over to Addison Trudeau. And we got a pair of sisters on either side. Both on the court. Now to Trudeau on the right wing. And a foul is going to be called. It's going to come underneath. Looks like it's going to be on Layla Huntley, who's confused at what the call was.
I didn't see it. I was looking at Trudeau.
My guess is that it must have been something like a hold or a wrap or something, as they quickly inbound it to Denome. She goes to the pump fake, goes up off the glass, can't get it to fall, gets her own rebound, goes with the hook, and gets the foul call once again down low. She is a problem.
Yeah, right now Hopedale having a tough time getting defensive rebounds. Denome doing a great job right now with the offensive rebounds.
Denome, probably one of the bigger players out there, and does a good job using her body to get in good position. Her first free throw swishes in. It also helps when you can be, well, if you're a center or forward that likes to play down low and you can draw those fouls, but you're also a good free throw shooter. Second free throw, and announcer's jinx right there. 13-11. She goes 1 for 2 from the line this time. I'll be inbounded. You know, as soon as I said that, I was like, I probably should have waited till after she shot the second free throw. It's now given to Lexi Carroll, and we're going to get a foul down low once again. This one, I think, is going to come against Addison Trudeau.
Yeah, that's two very similar foul calls on consecutive possessions.
It looks like he signaled a hold. So just as they're cutting across the paint to come around, just tying them up there. So not going to let that one fly.
Now that's your threshold right now. So you got to adjust if you're a defensive player right now.
6:31 left to go. 13-11 is the lead for Hopedale as they send in on the inbound, given to Huntley, who can't get the bank shot to go. Pace will be pushed up by Lachance for the Tigers. Now between the lines, gives it back to Hogan, who sets up the play. Swings it on over. Pulling the three is Trudeau. That went off the front rim. Rebounded by Denome, who's working her way. Goes with the hook. Gets it to go. And the foul! Wow.
Complete mismatch right now as Denome is just dominating the offensive boards. Hopedale is going to need adjustment. Oh, hang on here.
It's going the other way. So at first I thought maybe they were going to, so they called the hook on Denome, who wrapped her arm around. Well, we'll fix our scoreboard for you.
We're trying.
Hogan's going to go ahead and bring this one up. We'll dissect that play as we're going to get a jump ball call, and it's going to go in favor of Douglas. So I think the call was that she wrapped around as she went up for the shot, Joe.
All right.
And
well, it was a very impressive play either way.
It was, for sure. But now it's back to a 2-point game. But, you know, I guess ball doesn't lie. Douglas gets it right back after the tied-up jump ball. It's now over to Hogan. Swung on over to Trudeau. Trudeau back to LaChance, playing pass now in the corner. Denome's setting up. She's going to go baseline, reverse lay, and gets it to go from Trudeau. That was sweet.
Yeah, that was very impressive.
13-13 with 5:35 left to go in the half. And it'll be brought on up by Fafard. Setting up the plays, running and weaving through screens is Whedon. Now she's going to pull the three from straight away. Gets it to go, 16-13.
You can tell this offense is starting to pick up on both sides here.
It was kind of a Steph Curry-esque type of play, just finding her open to pull the three. Now over to Hogan. Takes a dribble. Back on over to Trudeau. Now worked in the corner, working it down low for Denome. Gets it to go. It's just too easy for her down low in the block. 16-15. Ball being carried up by Fafard once again. We'll hand it off for Jenna Whedon. Gives it back to Phoebe Carroll. Carroll steps in, picks up her dribble. Now has to try and find a pass. Gives it to Huntley, who can't quite control it. Gives it back out to Phoebe Carroll. Phoebe Carroll pulls the three from the right wing. Can't get that one to fall. Huntley battling for the rebound, but it's going to come off Denome. It's all about winning those battles on the glass, Joe.
Yeah, lots of offensive rebounds so far for Douglas. Now Hopedale finally getting one themselves. They have a second possession here.
Hopedale makes two changes. Ball inbounded to Phoebe Carroll. Looking to work it down low for Fafard, who turns herself around, gets fouled as she puts it up. Can't get it to fall, but will go to the line for two.
Yeah,
a chance to extend the lead.
Sorry, Dylan. Looked like her arm got wrapped as she was trying to go up with that basketball. Clear foul.
Phoebe Carroll, who fed that one down low for Fafard. Kind of a set-up play to get her working in the post. Her first free throw. That one hits off the front rim and dies. 4:35 left to go in this half. A change will be made. Checking out will be Addison Trudeau. And coming back on in is Lexi Tebow. The second free throw set up for Fafard. This time she swishes it. 17-15 the lead for the Blue Raiders. Just like that, right back in the game. Tebow's back to handling the ball. Swings it over to LaChance on the left wing. Comes back over to the top of the arc. Now swapping spots with Tebow. Working on the far side. Trying to cut in on the right hand. Can't get to go. Jasmine Trudeau. She's cutting over. Tries to find the cutting. LaChance gets a nice little feed and puts it up and in. Tied game.
Beautiful pass right there from Trudeau. And a nice finish that time from Douglas.
17-17 with 4 minutes left to go in this half. Carroll tries to feed it down low, but it's blocked and stolen away by Denome. Trying to stop her from getting momentum. Double teamed, and now we'll kick it out. And now over to Denome on the far side. She's going to put it up top now for Tebow. Who resets LaChance, who had the nice little lay-in. Here's Trudeau, gets the ball hit from her. Turns around, is going to pull the three. Gets that one to go. 2017, Douglas is back in the lead. First time since 4-2. Phoebe Carroll brings this ball up, sets, tries to pull the mid-range. That one's good to go just inside the three-point line. 2019 with 3:22 left to go in this quarter. Swung over to the far side for Trudeau. She's going to drive the lane, gets that one swatted away by Carroll. Carroll now pushes down the far side wing. She's going to drive all the way, takes it coast to coast, and gets it to go. 21-20, Blue Raiders. Brought back up by Hogan, getting the Blue Raiders fans into a chanting defense. Now here's Jasmine Trudeau. Swung on over to freshman Lexi Tebow. Into the post for Hogan. Pulling the three. Can't get that one to go as Trudeau rebounded by Phoebe Carroll.
Starting to see Carroll take this game over. Last 4 points for Hopedale. A steal and a defensive rebound that time.
Fafard slows things down. Swings it to the far side ring to Whedon. By the free throw line, goes up with it. Carroll can't get that one to fall. Rebounded by the Blue Raiders, and now will be brought up, pushed up quickly over to Hogan, who drives the lane, and it's going to be a blocking foul as Hogan tried to get through. That's going to come up against Tessio. Two new Raiders will check in.
Nice little stretcher play there. Fun little exciting action.
Yeah, haven't had many fast breaks so far today. It's been, but these two are really good structured defensive teams. So those are hard to come by. 2:28 left to go, inbounded underneath the hoop, trying to set up, throws it to the near side wing. Trudeau had nothing going there. Hands it on off to Ariel LaChance. Now back over to Lexi Tebow. Swing it over to Hogan. Back to Tebow at the top. She's going to drive on the left hand, looking to hand this one off to LaChance. Gets it there. 18 to go on the shot clock. Back to Trudeau on this near side. Swung over to the far side. And now finds Tebow. 10 seconds on the clock. LaChance is going to pull the three-pointer. That one misses everything and unable to be saved there by Hogan.
Pretty good ball movement that time from Douglas, just unable to land the shot. Making Hopedale move around in that 2-3 zone. That's why they're working so far really high along that three-point line.
So it'll be back to Hopedale's ball. Haven't seen the press again yet from Douglas since the first quarter. Just using the spaces for Fard. Now swung up top for Lexi Carroll. Straightaway three. Can't get that one to go. Great effort from Fafard to come from behind and grab the offensive board. Now pulled by Chloe Carpenter. She can't get it to go. There's Fafard once again underneath. Puts it up. Can't get that one to fall.
Thought there could have been an over the back on Fafard. No call.
Brought up by Jasmine Trudeau. Now swung back over to LaChance. Trying to work around this zone, as you mentioned, Joe. Over to the far side to Tebow. Now down low for Addison Trudeau, who gets fouled as the ball was ripped away from her.
Yeah, I believe that was Huntley who came in and maybe hit the arm.
I believe that's her third foul, and she is going to come out as well.
Yep.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe 5 fouls in high school.
1-on-1 you're talking about?
No, I meant for players.
Oh, yes, sorry. Yes, I thought you meant 5 1/4.
Oh, no. Yeah. Five,
okay.
5, sorry.
Gotcha.
5 fouls on a single player to be
Yes,
ejected.
that is correct.
It'll be ball underneath the hoop for Douglas as they inbound it up top. Over to Addison Trudeau, and now hands it off to Jasmine Trudeau. I think they might be twins. They're both from the same year. I knew they were sisters. I didn't know they were twins. Now over to the far side, back over to the near side for Tebow, and it's going to come off of, we're going to have a ref discussion here. Well, the Hopedale fans are pointing their direction, and they're going to get the call.
Tell you what, Douglas is really trying to stretch the court right now, going from side to side, really making Hopedale work. But Hopedale doing a good job defensively, sticking with it.
1:01 left to go in this quarter. Man marking Phoebe Carroll is Addison Trudeau. Picked her up all the way from the inbound. Now gives it off to Phoebe Carroll, who's double teamed in the post. Kicks it on out. Pulling the three, missing completely over is Jenna Whedon. It's going to be hit off and out of bounds. Trying to swat it off someone was Ari Delgado. Or, excuse me, Layla Huntley. Who couldn't get that to go. They'll be inbounded by the Tigers. 40 seconds, about a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Now driven in by Hogan. She gets that one to fall. Just 30 seconds left to go. And it's back lead 22-21 for the Tigers. Hopedale can settle for the last shot if they like. Here's Carroll, Lexi Carroll. Hands it off for Phoebe Carroll, but gets hit out. Good defense there by Addison Trudeau. Draped all over Phoebe. It'll be inbounded by Lexi Carroll. Gives it on in to Jenna Whedon. Hands it off for Fafard. 12 seconds on the clock. Trying to work into Phoebe Carroll in the post. She gets triple team, kicks it on out. Here's a three from Lexi Carroll. Can't get that to fall. 3 seconds on the clock. They're going to push it quickly all the way up to Trudeau. She just has to throw up the floater. Can't get that one to fall. A back and forth affair here in Shrewsbury between Hopedale and Douglas in the MIAA Division 5 semifinal. Douglas, who trailed for a majority of the first half, ends up taking the lead. It's 22 for the Douglas Tigers. It's 21 for the Hopedale Blue Raiders right here in Shrewsbury, Mass. Thank you for listening to the MyFM Local Sports Network right here on MyFM 101.3.
There's nothing like hometown sports. The roar of the crowd, the thrill of Friday night lights, and the pride of seeing our young athletes give everything they've got. This season, your business can stand right beside them by becoming a sponsor of the MyFM Media Local Sports Network, covering football, hockey, basketball, soccer, and Milford Legion baseball. Support the teams, celebrate the athletes, and stay atop of the mind with thousands of passionate local families who love our coverage. Join the businesses that invest in our community's future. Visit myfmdigital.com to book a meeting today.
Milford Tire and Service is not just a tire store. With years of continuous high-quality service, the team at Milford Tire and Service knows what it takes to protect your family with safe, dependable tires. Before you take your family out on your next long or short winter trip, Milford Tire and Service reminds you to take a quick walk around your vehicle and check the tire tread on your car. At Milford Tire and Service, they offer a full range of repairs, alignments, brakes, struts, shocks, and more, all guaranteed. At Milford Tire and Service, your family safety comes first, and your cars does too. Milford Tire and Service, Route 140 in Hopedale.
Hey, this is Ray, the owner of Tailwind Tavern and Hopedale Pizza Market. We've got pizza, sandwich, chicken, seafood, and drinks perfect for the whole family after the game.
From post-practice dinners to game day nights, make the winning stop Tailwind Tavern in Hopedale, where families win after the game.
Hey, this is John, owner of Done Right Asphalt Repair. We handle asphalt paving and repairs, seal coating, crack sealing for both residential and commercial properties. We do it the right way.
When your pavement needs a comeback, make the smart play. Asphalt done right.
DoneRightAsphaltRepair.com.
McIntyre Loam is proud to support the fine young athletes, coaches, and local schools featured on the MyFM Media Local Sports Network. For generations, McIntyre Loam has helped homeowners, landscapers, and communities build from the ground up, providing quality loam, mulch, gravel, stone, and reliable delivery you can count on. It's the same commitment to hard work, teamwork, and doing things the right way that we see every time these local teams take the field. McIntyre Loam, proudly supporting local sports and the communities we call home.
Hey, this is Jay with Full Service Junk Removal in Natick. From construction debris to furniture, yard waste, scrap metal, even hot tubs, we haul it all. Need a dumpster? We got you covered. Give us a call at 617-838-4977.
Full service junk removal in Natick, clearing the way for local teams and families to win. FullServiceJunkREM.com.
Want to make your event unforgettable? Let the 101.3 MyFM event marketing team bring the energy and excitement. Whether it's a festival, corporate event, or community celebration, we've got you covered with live broadcasts, DJ equipment, rentals, and more.
We'll work with you to create a custom bundle that fits your needs. Visit myfmtoday.com and fill out our EMT request form. Let's make your next big occasion one to remember. Together with MyFM.
Great teams know success comes from support, community, and strong connections. And that's exactly what you'll find at Atria Draper Place in Hopedale. At Atria Draper Place, residents enjoy comfortable senior living with delicious dining, beautiful spaces, engaging activities, and a full calendar of events through Atria's Engage Life program, focused on exercise, connection, nutrition, and purpose. Whether it's breakfast with friends, an afternoon on the veranda, life at Atria Draper Place is designed to help you live well and stay connected. Come see the community for yourself. Schedule your personal visit today at atriaseniorliving.com.
Hi, this is Anthony from the Embroidery Bar, and I'm excited to let you know that we're officially open at our new Milford location. Come visit us at 189 West Street, across from Dairy Queen. I also want to say a huge thank you to everyone who helped us move and get set up. Your support means everything to us. We specialize in custom embroidery, screen printing, and laser engraving, creating custom apparel and designs for businesses, schools, teams, organizations, and families. Not sure where to start? Our designers are always happy to bring your ideas to life. We hope you'll stop by and see our new space, the Embroidery Bar, now open at 189 West Street in Milford.
In the heart of Mendon, a world of luxury awaits. At Wink Salon and Spa, every visit is a moment of indulgence, designed just for you. From rejuvenating facials and soothing massages to expert hairstyling and wellness treatments, our experienced staff is here to evaluate your self-care routine. Whether you're prepping for a special event or simply craving calm, Wink Salon and Spa has got you covered. Visit winksalonspa.com or call today to book your appointment. Wink Salon and Spa, Mendon's premier beauty destination.
Don't be fooled by the name Pepperoncini's Pizzeria. It's not just pizza. Pepperoncini's Pizzeria and Grill at East Main Street in Milford is a family restaurant with a full menu for your full family. From their great tasting appetizers to game time wings on the bone tossed in a multitude of different flavors. Pepperoncini's offers catering for all corporate events as well as private parties. For the best pizza in the Milford area, it's Pepperoncini's. Bring the family to Pepperoncini's Pizzeria and Grill. You won't leave hungry. Gluten-free pizza on the menu.
Hey, it's Tyler Lawton, and you can join me every weekend from 4 to 7 p.m. for the Weekend Wind Down on MyFM 101.3. I'm bringing you the greatest hits from the 80s and 90s, plus local news, pop culture updates, and a preview of what's coming up this week on MyFM. From interviews and giveaways to sports and community buzz. It's the perfect way to chill out before Monday hits. The Weekend Wind Down with Tyler Lawton every weekend from 4 to 7, only on MyFM 101.3.
Attention local Boston Marathon runners. Are you lacing up for more than just the race? Are you running for a cause, a loved one, or a mission that's close to your heart? MyFM wants to share your story. We're looking for local runners to join us for an interview and share the passion behind the miles. If you're running the Boston Marathon to chase a dream, honor a loved one, or raise money for a cause that moves you, we want to hear about it. Email Chris at myfm1013.com to secure your interview and be a part of MyFM's Boston Marathon coverage. Every runner has a story. Let's share yours with our community.
Back here on MyFM 101.3, the MyFM Local Sports Network. I'd like to thank Tailwind Tavern, Wing Salon and Spa, Atria Draper Place in Hopedale, Pepperoncini's, the Embroidery Bar, Milford Tire and Service, Full Service Junk Removal, and Dunright Asphalt Repair for sponsoring the MyFM Local Sports Network and allowing us to come out here to Shrewsbury for the matchup between the Hopedale Blue Raiders and the Douglas Tigers. Currently leading are the Tigers 22-21, just taking that lead right at the end of the second quarter. Joe, it's been quite the back-and-forth matchup, though.
Yes.
And really both teams exchanging buckets, although Hopedale had the lead for a good majority of it.
Yeah, Hopedale had, that one little run. But besides that, Dylan, it kind of feels like both teams have kind of mirrored each other. When Hopedale would open up offensively, it feels like Douglas really started to open up offensively as well and vice versa. So you can tell just how evenly matched these two teams are.
Yeah, for sure. And the other thing that's been huge has been the rebounding. And,
yes.
And specifically, there's been a lot of offensive rebounds in today's game and a lot of second-chance points.
Yeah, a lot of second-chance points. But one name that comes to mind when you mentioned second-chance points, it's Lily Denome. She's been a game-changer for Douglas, and she's the reason why she was able to pull Douglas back in this game, and now they have the lead.
Yeah, they've been trying to get the ball down low to her. Obviously, Hopedale's been playing that zone. Douglas more of a man-to-man type of game.
Yep.
But that zone has been limiting them because you don't want to leave her down low all by herself with another person on her.
Yeah, and Douglas has been working, the top a lot. They've been beyond that three-point arc, just trying to, pass to try to make Hopedale kind of overcommit a little bit, but Hopedale has been very disciplined, in my opinion. They've been trying to get the ball to Denome, and when they have gotten the ball to her, it's been successful, but it's been limited.
On the other side of things, for Hopedale, Phoebe Carroll, the offense basically is just run through her.
Yeah, it really feels that way. She's had a couple three-point opportunities, hasn't gotten one to land just yet, but she's had some success getting, mid-range shots, I would say, for this point. She has the last 4 Hopedale points, one of which was out after a steal. She's been the game changer for Hopedale so far.
Not a lot of three-pointers have been hit. Some have been taken, but it's mostly been trying to work that ball down low for both teams, really.
Yeah, like I said, both teams really mirroring each other right now, and that offensive approach, no different.
Although I think when you see another team go make a three, it does entice you to try and want to take one yourself.
Yeah, I would say that it probably does as well.
So we're just about getting ready to start here in the third quarter. I believe it's going to be Douglas ball, if I'm not mistaken. Well, both teams are. No, it's actually
it should be Hopedale because Douglas won the initial tip.
True, they did. So Hopedale gets the ball. Hopedale again in the all-white. Douglas in blue. Hopedale now going to the right side. Ball is given down low for Phoebe Carroll, but it's poked away by Nanome, and it'll be picked on up, and heading the other way is Jasmine Trudeau to bring it on up for the Tigers.
Yeah, just 8 seconds and a turnover. Not the way you want to start offensively for Hopedale.
It's now for Hogan. Gives it on over for Tebow. Tebow back for Hogan, gets double teamed. Holding back up top for Tebow.
Hopedale staying with that 2-3 zone right now.
They're staying very disciplined in that zone, just trying to find the hole. Trudeau pulls the mid-range from the corner, can't get it go. Loose rebound, Denome is able to poke it away. Now here comes Tebow for three. That one off the back rim. Poked away by Whedon, trying to hit it along. Can't get it to go, and it's taken back by the Tigers. On the far side, Jasmine Trudeau now down low for Addison Trudeau. Swung all the way around. Nice little move, cuts in on the left hand. Hogan and one! 24-21.
Yeah, great job right there by Hogan to really make the Hopedale defense commit to her. She fakes the shot, cuts inwards, gets the easy 2 points and the foul.
Makes it 24-21, extending the lead now to 3 for Tigers. A chance for the old-fashioned three-point play for Hogan. 7:04 on the clock. Her free throw doesn't go. Still a 3-point lead for the Tigers, rebounded by Phoebe Carroll. Brings it up, the senior captain. Denome on her, guarding on the three-point line on the right wing. Picks up her dribble, has to hand this one off to Jenna Whedon. Who now pushes it up top for Fafard. Fafard had some good effort, kicks it out. Pulling the three from the corner, Lexi Carroll can't get that one to fall on the far side of the rim. Rebounded underneath by Addison Trudeau. Now the stretch pass down to Denome. Fakes it, gets Carroll to jump. No, she's going to travel.
Wow. I didn't see it at first blush, but obviously that ref was right there to see Denome move her feet. Hopedale kind of bailed out there.
Yeah, she tried to go with the pump fake. She got Phoebe Carroll to jump on it too, but the travel call, so still just 3 points for the Tigers is the difference. Now Carroll loses her dribble, able to save it from going out of bounds. Swing on over to Fafard from the right wing. Gets that one to go and ties it up 24-24.
So Hopedale doing a great job taking advantage of the travel, tying this game up with a three-pointer. Just their second made of the day, I believe.
Brought up by Trudeau. And now on over to Tebow. Back on over to Hogan. Tebow up at the top. Near side wing, now underneath on the block for Denome. She gets double teamed. She tries to drive baseline using the body. Back out to Trudeau, step back, fade away. Can't get that one to go. Picked on up and ripped away by Huntley on the boards.
Yeah, nice rebound right there. It looked like Douglas again was going to get another offensive board, but no go that time.
Had to be a point of emphasis from both coaches into the second half, getting those defensive rebounds. Carroll picks up her dribble on the block and just gives that one away. It's loose, down low, and diving on top of it and picking up, and now we got a jump ball. Some chaos down there as Maddie Hogan was the first one to get it for the Tigers, and then it was loose. Both teams got on it. Arrow in favor of the Tigers. It'll go their way. 5:33 left to go in this third quarter. All knotted at 24. Brought up by the freshman Tebow. Now on over to Jasmine Trudeau. Drove down low baseline and then curls her way back up to the top to Hogan. Now gets it back, pulls the three from the left wing. Off that front rim, can't get it to go. Like I said, you see a three, you want a three.
It was an open shot, in fairness.
It was a good shot. Anna Fafard brings the ball up. She gets the screen, drives with the left hand, loses it at first. Now kicks it back over to Huntley. The long two, can't get that one to go. Rebounded by Phoebe Carroll, goes up with it off the glass. Can't get that one to fall. Fafard battling, but she steps out of bounds. And it'll be Douglas ball. A lot of fight in Fafard. We saw that in the first half, too. Tebow will bring this ball up for the Tigers. Now to the right wing. Coming across now is Trudeau at the top. Worked over to Tebow. Tebow picks up her dribble. Down low for Denome. Denome working the baseline. Tries to throw it across to the corner. Gets blocked out of bounds by Carroll underneath. Inbound coming for the Tigers.
Yeah, Denome really in no man's land there. There were two Hopedale defenders right on her. She's able to deflect the ball off of some Hopedale hands, and Douglas will retain possession.
Taking a quick couple-second break for Fafard to knot the laces back up. Last thing you want to do is trip on a loose lace. It'll be inbounded by Hogan. Up top for Tebow. 4:38 to go in this third quarter. A tied game between two tight competing teams. Both have one win on the other on this season. Now over to Hogan. Drives to the corner. Nice little step through. Can't get it to go off the glass, though. Rebounded by Huntley.
Nice move right there. Just couldn't get it to go. Looked like it was going in for a second.
Phoebe Carroll brings it up. We're going to get our first timeout of the game. Crazy to think, no timeouts in that first half. Just back and forth action. 4:17 left to go in the third quarter on the MyFM Local Sports Network. MyFM 101.3 will be right back.
Milford Tire and Service is not just a tire store. With years of continuous high-quality service, the team at Milford Tire and Service knows what it takes to protect your family with safe, dependable tires. Before you take your family out on your next long or short winter trip, Milford Tire and Service reminds you to take a quick walk around your vehicle and check the tire tread on your car. At Milford Tire and Service, they offer a full range of repairs, alignments, brakes, struts, shocks, and more, all guaranteed. At Milford Tire and Service, your family safety comes first, and your cars does too. Milford Tire and Service, Route 140 in Hopedale.
Back here on MyFM 101.3 and the MyFM Local Sports Network. We'd like to thank our sponsor, Full Service Junk Removal out of Natick. Fast, reliable junk removal and cleanouts when you need it most. And brought to you by Done Right Asphalt Repair, serving Upton and the surrounding area. Asphalt done right. Dylan Patermi alongside me, Joe Rice. It's a tied game, and Joe, I don't think you would have expected anything different.
Yeah, no. I mean, we came in expecting this, and it has performed to its standards.
All the fans really getting into it. Both teams competing hard. Hopedale inbounds it. Again, they're attacking the right hoop, as it's now in the hands of Lexi Carroll. Pulling the three is Fafard from the corner. Can't get that one to fall. Had an open chance.
It's a good look. Looked like she had it for a second.
Maddie Hogan brings it all the way up over to Trudeau. She's going to pull from the left wing. Can't get that one to go. Reaching over and getting it is Denomi. Can't get it to go, and then puts it back up. Still can't get it to go. Carroll battling down low and finally winning that battle.
That was 3 or 4 offensive rebounds. Denomi just can't get any of them to go.
Good hands-up defense from Phoebe Carroll, now driven in by Fafard. She pulls that one up, gets it to go. Nice little finish, 26-24. Ball will be brought on up by Jasmine Trudeau, the sophomore.
I believe it's the first Hopedale lead of the half here.
It is. That one almost taken away there by Jenna Whedon, but she's going to get the foul instead. They're just a second late. The right idea, though.
Thought she was off to the races there. It was a good look, I think. I think it was the smart move to be aggressive there and try to poke that ball away and get the easy layup. Just runs right into the Douglas player, unfortunately.
Both teams make a change. It's just Whedon's first foul of the game, so no foul trouble for her. 3:29 left to go in this third quarter. It'll be Jasmine Trudeau. Swings it to LaChance. Now gives it out on top. Now work down low for Hogan. Swung out to LaChance, who almost got triple team there. Picks up her dribble, works away, throws it to the far side. The three is pulled, doesn't go. Carroll pulls that one in. That'll be brought up quickly by Fafard, who then settles things down on the left wing. Comes back between the circles. Gets the screen, is going to pull the long two, gets it to fall. 28-24. Can't score too much longer than that. There's Jasmine Trudeau trying to get things set up for the Tigers offense. It's fed from Delgado. Now down low, tries to feed it in a giveaway from Trudeau. Fafard working the fast break, but then settles things down. Again, both teams do a great job getting back quickly. Fafard. Now over to Lexi Carroll at the top. Now Phoebe Carroll on the left wing. Picks up her dribble. Swing pass all the way across for Mia Casey for three. Can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Delgado. Brought up by Jasmine Trudeau. Works it on over to Maddie Hogan. Wanting a call. Not going to get it. Delgado. Now down low. Tries to swing it back out. Good job controlling that one was Hogan. Now worked over to Trudeau. Over to LaChance in the corner. Getting it down low for Denome. Trying to work on Phoebe Carroll in the post. Gets it off the glass and good. 28-26.
Nice ball movement right there by Douglas, getting the ball eventually to Denome, who just uses her strength to go up.
1:45 to go in this third quarter. Ball brought up by Phoebe Carroll. Now at the free throw line, loses it to Denome as she mishandles. Denome wanted to get the points, but just settles things down. Picks up her dribble, hands it off for Jasmine Trudeau. Over to LaChance on the right wing. Crossover and then settles back again. Pushes it down to the free throw line. Hogan with the pull-up. Can't get it to go off the board. Delgado with the rebound. Puts it back up in. A tied game once again, 28-28. Second chance points. 112. Brought up by Fafard. Turns around, working on the baseline. Now kicks it all the way over. Double teamed underneath. Pulling the three is Lexi Carroll. Gets it to go. 31-28 from a little bit beyond the arc. Jasmine Trudeau. Tigers now trailing by 3. Over to LaChance. Chance gives it to Delgado at the top, working it down low for Hogan again. Kicks it out to Trudeau. Pulling the three, just misses off the front rim, rebounded by Lexi Carroll.
Another open look that time. We've seen Trudeau is capable of making those shots. Don't think you want to give too many opportunities to her like that.
Well, here's Lexi Carroll, gives it on over to Fafard. Fafard lays it off for Casey at the top. Now working down low, the pass just too much juice on it for Phoebe Carroll. Tips off her finger and out.
Just seems like both teams are matching punch for punch right now. When both teams open up offensively, so does the other team. Or when one team opens up offensively, so does the other team, I should say.
22 seconds to go in the quarter. Tigers can hold for the last shot if they'd like. Delgado works it down low for Denome. Out top for LaChance. Hands it off for Hogan. Hogan kicks it back to LaChance. Down low. Good ball moving over to Denome. Drives baseline. Kicks it into the corner. The three is pulled from Delgado. Can't get it to fall. Carroll gets the rebound and just dribbles it out. 31-28 is the score at the end of the third quarter. It's anyone's ball game here in Shrewsbury, Massachusetts on the MyFM Local Sports Network, MyFM 101.3.
Have you heard of Good News Garage?
They work with people just like you to award donated vehicles to our local neighbors.
When a neighbor receives a vehicle, it empowers them to create a better life full of new opportunities.
They can get to medical appointments, bring their kids to childcare, reliably get to work.
And that's only possible because of donors like you.
So thank you for helping your community.
And donors qualify for generous tax deductions.
Visit goodnewsgarage.org to donate today. Good News Garage is a member of the Essentia Care Alliance.
Pass your keys to a neighbor in need.
Hey, this is John, owner of Done Right Asphalt Repair. We handle asphalt paving and repairs, seal coating, crack sealing for both residential and commercial properties. We do it the right way.
When your pavement needs a comeback, make the smart play. Asphalt done right.
DoneRightAsphaltRepair.com.
Back here on MyFM Local Sports Network, MyFM 101.3. Dylan Primery alongside me, Joe Rice. Would like to thank our sponsors once again, the Tailwind Tavern in Hopedale, where good food and great company and genuine hospitality come together in Wink Salon and Spa. The best journey in life is a journey back to yourself. Take a well-deserved break from the stresses of your busy day to focus on you. Division 5 MIAA semifinal, Hopedale Douglas. Hopedale back in the lead, 31-28, Joe.
Yeah, it's been a back and forth game. Obviously, Douglas going into the half with a 1-point advantage. Hopedale now pulling ahead by 3.
And it's Hopedale ball as they bring it up again, attacking the right side. Tries to loft it up to Carroll, gets it down low to her, goes with the hook off the glass, can't get it to fall, rebounded by Denome.
Hopedale outscoring Douglas 10-6 in the third.
Brought up by Hogan, kicks it into the corner. Thought about the three there was Viennes. That was Price. Now here's Price underneath. Curls back out to Delgado. Up top for LaChance. Swinging the ball around. Good ball movement from the Blue Raiders. Can they get a shot off? Price drives. Kicks it to Delgado. She pulls the three. That one rims around. Hits the backboard. Everything but the net. Rebounded by Denome. Puts it up. Can't get it to go. Gets her own rebound. Working underneath. Puts it up off the glass. Can't go once again. Phoebe Carroll with the rebound.
Unbelievable effort again by Denome. But first of all, Douglas doing a great job moving the basketball around, getting Hopedale to overcommit, leads to an open three opportunity. It just rattles out.
Fafard settling things down for the Blue Raiders. Picks up her dribble, gives it to Carroll. The cutting Huntley down low. Sky hook from her, hard off the glass, down low. Fafard working on it and puts it back up and in. 33-28. Great effort from Fafard.
Haven't seen too many putbacks from Hopedale after offensive rebounds, but they get one there.
Now swung all the way across to Hogan. Back up top now to the near side. Hogan's going to pull this three. She gets it to go. Cash it in. 33-31. And Douglas is going to take a timeout with 6:33 left to go. They now trail by just 2 on the MyFM Local Sports Network, MyFM 101.3.
Hey, this is John, owner of Done Right Asphalt Repair. We handle asphalt paving and repairs, seal coating, crack sealing for both residential and commercial properties. We do it the right way.
When your pavement needs a comeback, make the smart play. Asphalt done right.
DoneRightAsphaltRepair.com.
In the heart of Mendon, a world of luxury awaits. At Wink Salon and Spa, every visit is a moment of indulgence, designed just for you. From rejuvenating facials and soothing massages to expert hairstyling and wellness treatments, our experienced staff is here to evaluate your self-care routine. Whether you're prepping for a special event or simply craving calm, Wink Salon and Spa has got you covered. Visit winksalonspa.com or call today to book your appointment. Wink Salon and Spa, Mendon's premier beauty destination.
Back here in Shrewsbury, Dylan Patemery alongside me, Joe Rice on the MyFM Local Sports Network. Would like to thank our sponsors once again. Tonight's game is brought to you by Full Service Junk Removal out of Natick, fast, reliable junk removal and cleanouts when you need it most, and Done Right Asphalt Repair. Serving Upton and the surrounding area, asphalt done right. 6:33 left to go, 33-31, lead the Blue Raiders, but a three-pointer right there.
Yeah, that felt like a must-make for Douglas. You know, things weren't going right offensively for them for a little bit, but a nice three-pointer right there from Hogan brings them back in within two.
Brought up by Jenna Whedon, handed off to Lexi Carroll, now to Phoebe Carroll on the left side wing. Trying to use the space, drives on Denome, who stops her right at the left block. Trying to turn on her, goes off the glass, just can't roll that one in. Rebounded, and LaChance comes away with it. She'll bring the ball up for the Tigers as they set up once again. Now dished over to Hogan on the far side. Up top for Denome. Now swung over to Trudeau. Over to LaChance. Down low. Great ball movement. The two-pointer shot up by Price. Can't get it to fall, but good job effort on the rebound. And it's picked back up. Now it's in the hands of Jasmine Trudeau. Swung on over to the near side. Aria LaChance. Back to Trudeau up top. Swings it back to LaChance. Looking for that open shot. Trudeau, 20 seconds on the shot clock. To LaChance. Once again working it back and forth. She tries to go with the stretch pass. Can't get that one to fall as it's tipped away by Jenna Whedon.
Yeah, things really started to slow up there for Douglas offensively. Not many quick passes, not many decisive passes towards the end of that first half of the possession.
As they set up their play, but Hopedale was content to just let them inbound the ball and stay in their zone. Now over to LaChance. Back up top for Hogan. Now swung over to Price. 5 seconds on the clock. Price has to throw up a prayer. Can't get it to fall. Rebounded there by Huntley.
Very nicely done by the Hopedale defense that time around. Not a great look for Douglas at any point.
Now handed off to Fafard as they finally get themselves into the front court. Fafard drives, pulls back. Mid-range, gets it to go. Fafard has been solid in the second half, 35-31.
Yeah, she's been the key, in my opinion, offensively here in the second half for Hopedale.
Now it's swung all the way across. Now down low, wide open is Price and gets a lay-in. Just a miscommunication there, a collapse in the defense. 35-33, back to 2-point lead for the Blue Raiders. Brought up by Phoebe Carroll. Fafard trying to get positioning down low. Carroll's going to drive. She gets double-teamed, just throws it up and puts it in. What a finish.
Great shot right there. It was 1-on-3. She's able to finish above all of them and get it in the net.
Using the height to her advantage makes it a 4-point lead for the Blue Raiders. Now Price, who had the last bucket, over to Hogan. Now to the far side. It's LaChance. Back to Price. Denome went down low. No call. Hogan swinging across now to Jasmine Trudeau. She's going to pull the straightaway. Bank is open. Puts the three in. Cuts it to a 1-point lead. 37-36. 4 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. 1 point is the difference, and Hopedale is going to use a timeout after the three-pointer from Jasmine Trudeau makes it a 1-point ball game right here on the MyFM Local Sports Network, MyFM 101.3.
Great teams know success comes from support, community, and strong connections. And that's exactly what you'll find at Atria Draper Place in Hopedale. At Atria Draper Place, residents enjoy comfortable senior living with delicious dining, beautiful spaces, engaging activities, and a full calendar of events through Atria's Engage Life program, focused on exercise, connection, nutrition, and purpose. Whether it's breakfast with friends, an afternoon on the veranda, life at Atria Draper Place is designed to help you live well and stay connected. Come see the community for yourself. Schedule your personal visit today at atriaseniorliving.com.
Back in Shrewsbury, Massachusetts, would like to thank our sponsors. Tonight's game is brought to you by the full-service junk removal out of Natick. Fast, reliable junk removal and clean-outs when you need it most. Well, Joe, a 1-point game, 4 minutes left to go between these two competitive teams. It's anyone's ball game, and it's been a great matchup.
Yeah, a great matchup. And could there be a better matchup for the right to get to the state finals? I think not.
I mean, this almost feels like a championship game level.
It does.
I mean, I know there's some good teams on the opposite side. The 1 and 4 seed are still alive. They're going to be playing tomorrow, but it definitely has the feel of a championship game. Hopedale inbounds the ball off to Fafard, who's working by herself solo. Goes with a jump, can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Denomi. Elby brought up by LaChance. Swings it over to Hogan, back to LaChance. Up at the top, Jasmine Trudeau on the right wing, calling out the play. Swung over to Hogan up top. Tries to cut down low. Finds LaChance, goes underneath. Just can't get it to fall. Rebounded off the tip to Huntley.
What a pass right there to get that ball down low for an open look underneath the net.
And it's now brought up by Fafard. Over to Whedon on the right wing. Up top to Huntley. Carroll behind the three-point line. Straight away three. Off the front rim and backboard. Good rebound by Huntley. Puts it up. Can't get it to fall. Rebounded by LaChance. LaChance will push things up. 3:09 left to go. For three. Hogan for the lead. Gets it to go. 39-37. The Tigers lead. Gets the Douglas fans back into the swing of things. You can hear the defense chance put down low. A nice pass to Huntley. Just can't get it to go off the glass. Too strong. 2:45 left to go. The intensity is picking up here in Shrewsbury, Massachusetts. The MIAA Division V semifinal game. Wide open as LaChance. She's going to dish it to Denome. Goes with a hook. She gets fouled by Huntley. She's going to the line.
Yeah, there was a defensive breakdown that time from Hopedale. Kind of looked like all five girls kind of looking at each other like who's going to take the girl along the three-point line. It kind of causes Hopedale to scramble a little bit defensively, and a key foul taken that time by Hopedale.
I believe these are Denomi's first free throws of the second half.
I believe you're correct, yeah.
She had 6 in the first half, went 5 for 6. This first one falls.
Doesn't seem like this is the type of person you want at the line.
You know what her free throws are now? She's 6 of 7.
Oh, boy.
2:33 left to go, 40-37. Tigers lead. Here's the second free throw. She cashes that one in. 7 of 8 now from the line. 41-37. Douglas takes a 4-point lead with 2:30 to go. Fafard at the top of the three-point line. Drives on in, bullying her way through, and almost getting ripped away by LaChance. It's going to be a jump ball. And the possession arrow is going Douglas's way.
Seems like ever since that made three-pointer by Hogan, everything has gone Douglas's way, and they're 2:15 away right now.
It's now to the far side corner for LaChance. 2:10 on the clock. Douglas in no rush right now, guarded by Whedon. Good cutback by LaChance. Working on the right wing. She's going to drive the lane, puts the floater up, can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Carroll. She'll push the pace up for herself. Hopedale needs a bucket here.
This is a huge possession for Hopedale.
Carroll's going to drive all the way lane herself, and one! Counted, a huge potential three-point play coming up for the Blue Raiders.
Felt like a must score, so you have to put it in the hands of your best player, and Phoebe Carroll goes to the hoop, gets the foul, and 2 points, a huge play.
Drove through a line of traffic, a couple of players colliding. Carroll gets fouled, puts it up, a chance to make it a 1-point game. 41-39, 1:50 to go. Her free throw hits off the front rim, hits off the backboard, and falls in. It's a 1-point game. Timeout called by Hopedale. 1:50 left to go. Don't go anywhere. You're not going to want to miss this on the MyFM Local Sports Network, MyFM 101.3.
Milford Tire and Service is not just a tire store. With years of continuous high-quality service, the team at Milford Tire and Service knows what it takes to protect your family with safe, dependable tires. Before you take your family out on your next long or short winter trip, Milford Tire and Service reminds you to take a quick walk around your vehicle and check the tire tread on your car. At Milford Tire and Service, they offer a full range of repairs, alignments, brakes, struts, shocks, and more, all guaranteed. At Milford Tire and Service, your family safety comes first, and your cars does too. Milford Tire and Service, Route 140 in Hopedale.
Shrewsbury, Massachusetts, the location here for MyFM Local Sports Network, MyFM 101.3. Want to thank you all for tuning in. Would like to thank our sponsors, Milford Tire and Service at Route 140 in Hopedale, where your tires are their business. And also like to thank tonight's sponsor, Full Service Junk Removal, and Natick. Fast, reliable junk removal and cleanouts when you need it most. 1 point game, 1:50 to go. Douglas has the ball. They're
Hopedale's
leading.
pressing.
Hopedale is going to run the full court press here. They're trying to get the ball inbound. That's probably why Coach called the timeout. He wanted to run that, but they find LaChance, who can now dribble things up. Picked up right at half court by Whedon. LaChance kicks it on over.
Looks like they switched to man-to-man here as well.
It is in man-to-man at the current moment. Now Jasmine Trudeau. She's guarded on the left wing. Now up top for Denome, guarded by Carroll. Swung to the left wing. Now pushed back over by Delgado to LaChance. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Back to Hogan. She's going to pull the three from the left wing off the rim. Rebounded by Denome. Swatted away by Carroll. Lexi Carroll, that is. But it's going to come off of her last. It'll be Douglas ball.
Got to wonder if they're going to go back to man here or if they elect to go back to the zone.
They'll be inbounded by Hogan. Gives it into Denome. They're in man-to-man. She drives baseline. Tries to get the foul. It hits off underneath the backboard. Rebounded by Phoebe Carroll.
Yeah, it looked like Hopedale kind of brought a second defender over. So they were going to double up Denome. It didn't even get to that point. Denome puts a shot up and it is blocked.
Fafard for three. Wanted the 2-point lead. Rebounded by Huntley, who puts it up. Can't get it back in. Rebound by Fafard. Into Whedon, who pulls the three. Can't get that one to go. Working down low is Fafard. She gets fouled underneath.
Yeah, she got wrapped up big time there. Hit the ground kind of hard as well. Hopefully she's all right.
49.8 seconds, a 1 point lead. A chance to take the lead here for Hopedale with 2 free throws from Fafard. Fafard receives the ball for her first free throw. Goes through her routine. That one falls through, cashes it in, nothing but net. 41-41. Gets pats of approvals from her teammates. It's a tied game. Getting routine, couple spins, couple dribbles from Fafard. Her second free throw, same exact result, takes a 1 point lead. And we're going to get a change. Look, we're just going to get a substitution, no timeout.
Tell you what, Dylan, what a half so far for Anna Fafard. She's been pretty much the whole offense here for Hopedale in half number 2.
Checking back in is Lexi Tebow for LaChance. 45 seconds, 30 seconds on the shot clock. Brought up by Tebow. Now handed off to Delgado. Delgado underneath for Denome, trying to work in the post. She goes with the hook off the left hand and can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Phoebe Carroll. They're going to have to foul, or they're going to have to full court press. It's Fafard. Fafard's going to get fouled. And I'm not sure how many more fouls they've got to go before they're into the bonus. So there's the first one. That's their third team foul.
That's Hogan's third personal.
And a timeout's going to be called by Hopedale as they try and set themselves up here for the final 23.6 seconds. You know, Joe, we'll keep it here because we got to talk about what's going on right now. There's a lot that's been happening. So obviously Hopedale, once they started trailing, they switched to that man-to-man now on defense.
And you got to give Phoebe Carroll a ton of credit as well. She stood right up to Denome, who's had a couple looks down low, but Carroll stood tall each and every time. Denome can't get one to land right now. Hopedale, as a result, with a 1 point lead. And that's also very much in thanks to Anna Fafard.
Yeah, Fafard has been ruthless on the boards, as is Huntley. Huntley's been doing a good job down low there as well.
Yeah, and again, they're trying to stop Denome. Lily Denome right now is a one-woman wrecking crew in the offensive zone for Douglas. They're trying to double her up right now.
So obviously they're at 3 team fouls. We presume it's at 5 is when they head into the bonus, I believe.
I believe that's correct.
So one more foul to give, and then it'll be bonus. As now they set up the play. Ball is on the far side in the front court for Hopedale. It's all other 8 players stacked up just inside of the half. As they inbound the ball, it's loose, picked up by Carroll, who gets fouled by Denome as she gets pushed. But it's one you kind of had to take anyways.
Yeah, you absolutely had to take it either way, and you might as well be extra aggressive in that situation. It was a loose ball for a second, kind of dicey for Hopedale.
Yeah, Hopedale couldn't quite get a clean play there and a clean inbound. We'll see how this one goes. They're going to spread Carroll out this time and now just stack 3 up right around midcourt. It'll be inbounded by Huntley, going to throw it into Carroll, who's going to hang on to the ball, and then she'll finally be fouled. I believe that's Trudeau who's going to come away with the foul.
That was another risky play right there by Carroll. She cuts into double coverage there, almost risking a swat away.
So now Phoebe Carroll will go to the line. A 1-point lead currently for Hopedale. It will be 2 free throws. Carroll's first free throw, a line drive, falls on in. Makes it 43-41. A chance to make it a 3-point ball game.
Feels massive, doesn't it?
Does. Here's the second free throw. Puts that one up. Same result. Gets it to go. Douglas is not going to call a timeout. It's inbounded, brought up by Hogan, and she gets fouled.
That's a smart decision by Hopedale. If you're caught flat-footed there, you might as well just take the foul in that situation. You don't want to give an open look.
They still have 2 fouls to give, but first is going to be a timeout called by Douglas. 15.6 seconds to go. We'll be right back here on MyFM Local Sports Network, MyFM 101.3.
Hey everyone, this is John from the Embroidery Bar. I got some great news. We're open at our brand new location. You can find us now at 189 West Street in Milford, right across the street from Dairy Queen. I want to personally thank everyone who helped make the move possible and get our new space up and running. We couldn't have done it without you. At the Embroidery Bar, we're your go-to shop for custom embroidery and t-shirt design, serving businesses big and small, schools, teams, groups, families, and more. From screen printing and laser engraving to fully custom designs, we've got you covered. Stop by and check out our new home, 189 West Street in Milford. We can't wait to see you at the Embroidery Bar.
Hey, this is Ray, the owner of Tailwind Tavern and Hopedale Pizza Market. We've got pizza, sandwich, chicken, seafood, and drinks perfect for the whole family after the game.
From post-practice dinners to game day nights, make the winning stop. Tailwind Tavern in Hopedale, where families win after the game.
Hey, this is Jay with Full Service Junk Removal in Natick. From construction debris to furniture, yard waste, scrap metal, even hot tubs, we haul it all. Need a dumpster? We got you covered. Give us a call at 617-838-4977.
Full service junk removal in Natick, clearing the way for local teams and families to win. FullServiceJunkREM.com.
Back here in Shrewsbury. It was a little longer break because we had back-to-back timeouts called as the Hopedale fan section is, they're claiming everyone to stand up who are right in front of us. So
yeah, we're going to have to stand up.
We might have to stand up as well for these last couple of seconds. I'm sorry for those of you who are tuned into our live stream. We're doing our best with the camera. There are people potentially standing up, which is going to force us to have to stand up, and we can't raise the camera any higher. Well, we'd like to thank our sponsors, the Embroidery Bar, Milford Tire and Service, Full Service Junk Removal, Done Right Asphalt Repair, Tailwind Tavern, Wink Salon and Spa, Atria Draper Place in Hopedale, and Pepperoncinis. Again, to set the scene, this is the Division 5 semifinals in MIAA girls basketball. 44-41, Hopedale is leading over Douglas. It's going to be inbounded from Douglas on the near side in the front court. It's by Hogan. We'll see if they go for 3 or just 2. Into Delgado, 15 seconds on the clock.
More man-to-man.
Delgado up at the top. Now to Denome. Denome gives it off to Trudeau. Trudeau works to the corner, pulls the 3, can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Huntley. Gives it off to Carroll, 3 seconds to go, and she's fouled with 2.2 on the clock.
Well, I think that's the person you want to get the basketball to in that situation. It's either Trudeau or it's Hogan. Trudeau just unable to get it to go. Hopedale with the defensive rebound, which has been few and far to come by, but Hopedale gets it done at the very end. We'll see if they can close it out here.
Well, Carroll just needs 1, and she misses the first one. It's a 3-point game. She needs the second one to fall. The second free throw's up, and it's good! 45-41. It's really not going to matter here. Trudeau just tries to throw it up, can't get it to fall, and the Hopedale Blue Raiders are heading into the Division 5 championship game in a great battle. 45-41, they take the victory, Joe.
What an unbelievable effort from the Blue Raiders in this game. There were times in this game where it was a back and forth battle. Hopedale has beaten Douglas twice this year. That was the only 2 losses for Douglas all season.
It was a crazy battle. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break, but when we come back on the opposite side of things, we'll discuss further the game right here on MyFM 101.3.
Hey, this is John, owner of Done Right Asphalt Repair. We handle asphalt paving and repairs, seal coating, crack sealing for both residential and commercial properties. We do it the right way.
When your pavement needs a comeback, make the smart play. Asphalt done right.
DoneRightAsphaltRepair.com.
Hey, this is Jay with Full Service Junk Removal in Natick. From construction debris to furniture, yard waste, scrap metal, even hot tubs, we haul it all. Need a dumpster? We got you covered. Give us a call at 617-838-4977.
Full service junk removal in Natick, clearing the way for local teams and families to win. FullServiceJunkREM.com.
Hey, this is Ray, the owner of Tailwind Tavern and Hopedale Pizza Market. We've got pizza, sandwich, chicken, seafood, and drinks perfect for the whole family after the game.
From post-practice dinners to game day nights, make the winning stop. Tailwind Tavern in Hopedale, where families win after the game.
Shrewsbury, Massachusetts, the final score of the Division V semifinal between the Hopedale Blue Raiders and Douglas Tigers. Hopedale Blue Raiders 45, Douglas Tigers 41. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors here on the MyFM Local Sports Network. Tailwind Tavern in Hopedale, where good food and great company and genuine hospitality come together. Wink Salon and Spa, the best journey in life is the journey back to yourself. Take a well-deserved break from the stresses of your busy day to focus on you. Atria Draper Place in Hopedale, where living means no longer having to worry about coordinating the conveniences of daily life, so you can focus on comfort, connection, and enjoying the day to the fullest. Pepperoncinis, get your wings before the game and after. Stay tuned for that because we've got our Pepperoncinis player of the game as well to talk about. The Embroidery Bar, your local custom embroidery and t-shirt design shop in Milford, now located at 189 West Street. Milford Tire and Service at Route 140 in Hopedale, where your tires are their business. Full-service junk removal out of Natick, fast, reliable junk removal, and cleanouts when you need it most. And Done Right Asphalt Repair, serving Upton and the surrounding area. Asphalt done right. Well, Joe, I think it's fair to say that this game lived up to the hype.
Yeah, it certainly did. Just a back-and-forth battle between both teams. It just felt like whenever one team scored, the other team went right back down the court and scored. Whenever one team made a big defensive stop, the other team did the exact same thing. And in the very end, it was Hopedale that pulled it out. 45-41 really isn't even indicative of how close this game genuinely was either.
Yeah, I mean, it came down to the foul game. And, I mean, for just the slightest of seconds, I thought, is there a miracle in this? Because Phoebe Carroll missed the first free throw, but she hit home the second one to take a 4-point lead with 2.2 seconds, and that was the icing on the cake. First, let's look at the opposite side of the Douglas Tigers. Obviously, they had the perfect season, 20-0. They dominated teams. They came up against a tough Hopedale team, and what I will say is the other thing you have to keep in mind about these Tigers, first of all, what a tremendous turnaround Ralph Quinn has done with these Douglas 100%. Tigers from where they were just a couple of years ago to where they are now.
18-win improvement in the regular season.
And then you look at this roster, there's not a single senior on this team. There is not one senior. All of these players are going to get to come back next year and try and do the exact same thing.
And that's exactly what I said during the pregame, Dylan. I said if they lose tonight, the window of opportunity for this Douglas team is still wide open. Much different story in Hopedale.
But the other thing is that this window's open for 3 more years.
Exactly.
I mean, 4 of their 5 starters are freshmen, and 6 of the 11 players are freshmen. And then you have a let's see, they have 2 juniors on the team.
Right.
So you're only going to lose 2 starters from next year. And then that's not even to mention all the people that are going to be coming into this team as well.
2 juniors. You don't have to lose anybody on this team at all. I mean, it could be the exact same squad.
I meant like next year.
I see.
The year following, you're only going to lose 2 players. That's not even going to really hurt them all that much.
Right.
Because that's not even mentioning the 8th and 9th graders that are going to come up the years to follow. So, I mean, they are just in a tremendous – they have to hold their heads high. It's tough to reflect back this soon after the loss.
Of course, yeah.
Like, it sucks.
But you know what? At the same time, Dylan, this is extremely good experience for a young team like this. They know they've gotten to this point. They've played in a tight game. They've gone neck and neck with a potential state champion. We'll see what happens at the over the weekend. But they're right there. They are right there, and they have a lot of other chances.
And you look at the opposite side of things here for the Blue Raiders. Now, they have 4 seniors on their team, 2 of them starters in Fafard and Carroll, who are crucial to the offense. But even looking at their roster, like you can see even at next year,
there's a pipeline there.
There's some potential for them going forward
Absolutely.
as well.
Yeah, there's a pipeline there. Now, granted, Carroll and Fafard are extremely key to,
yes, they were.
to this offense.
And let's talk about their performances in this game because they were crucial. In the first half, everything went through Carroll.
Everything went through Carroll. And then in the second half, everything went through Fafard, it felt like.
Yes.
And give credit to the Hopedale Blue Raiders overall, the entire team, including Phoebe Carroll, who is used to getting the basketball, because they felt the game might not have been going Carroll's way, and they adjusted. They made the proper adjustment, and Fafard came through when it mattered the most.
And then another thing, and you mentioned it, is the adjustments by this team. And we got to give a lot of credit to Jason Rogie, the head coach for the
100%.
Blue Raiders, who made a lot of adjustments, not only at halftime, but in-game. We saw when they went down by 4 and they switched to that man-to-man.
Yeah, and that changed. It felt like it changed the game, didn't it, Dylan?
Especially
considering Denome didn't have as many opportunities in that man-to-man defense.
Yeah, they did a good job. And even though they were running the man-to-man, they did a good job converging when Denome did get the ball down low. They said, you're not going to be the difference maker.
And I think that was the idea. You know, Denome was, for 3/4 of this game, 3/4 plus of this game, was dominating the boards. I would love to know how many rebounds she had and how many of which were on the offensive side of things, because I would say probably about 80% of her overall rebounds were on the offensive side. Just utter domination on that side. And I think Hopedale went in and said, okay, we have to stop this somehow. And they wanted to go man-to-man and double up Denome to kind of limit those opportunities.
Another name I want to mention on the Hopedale side is Layla Huntley. She felt like that player who was doing a bunch of the dirty work down there.
Unsung hero for sure.
She was down rebounding. She got a couple of points for herself as well. And even defensively, she was swarming around.
She was, and she was the second person in when Denome would take the ball down low along the baseline. So it was Phoebe Carroll and it was Layla Huntley who were doing that 2-on-1 on Denome.
Well, finally, to close it out, we're going to give you our Pepperoncini's player of the game. And, you know, at halftime, Joe, it kind of seemed
felt pretty obvious, right?
It felt like we knew who was going to be the player of the game. But what we weren't anticipating was the second half performance of our Pepperoncini's player of the game, Anna Fafard.
Yeah, Fafard was absolutely incredible in the second half, and she came through at the biggest moment in Hopedale's season. Carroll, it looked like Douglas really tried to take Carroll out of the game. It seemed like every single time that Carroll went up with the basketball, there were 2-3 women on her at all times, and it was Fafard who had to come through, and she did.
Yeah, it's obviously no discredit to Carroll, who was phenomenal, but they purposely made it so, and Douglas made that adjustment that Phoebe Carroll is not going to win you this basketball game. And so what happened, Anna Fafard stepped up, the other senior captain, and she said, all right, fine, I'll do it myself.
Incredible performance.
So 2 very skilled players, Anna Fafard, our Pepperoncini's player of the game. Well, that is going to just about close it out us here in Shrewsbury, Massachusetts. We're going to be sure to keep a close eye on when Hopedale's matchup is. It should either be Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. We'll keep a close eye on when that is. We'll try and get out to that. Those will be played. I believe they're still played at the Songa Center.
I believe it's in Lowell, yes.
So it should be out there. We'll have it right here on the radio waves if you need. I don't think we're going to be allowed to live stream it, though, because that'll be covered, but you'll be able to watch our live stream after. But you can still tune in to us. You can come support out Hopedale as well. Want to thank Rachel Gades back at the station, pushing all the buttons, being our producer out there, our cameraman, Derek McGuire. Along my right side, Joe Rice. And I'm Dylan Potamri signing off. The final score of tonight's game, 45 for the Hopedale Blue Raiders, who are advancing to the championship game, and the Douglas Tigers, 41. Have a nice night, everybody.
When you sponsor the MyFM Media Local Sports Network, you're not just supporting high school football, hockey, basketball, soccer, and Milford Legion baseball, you're supporting the heart of our community. And here's the win. Local sports deliver a loyal audience, parents, students, boosters, teachers, and fans all tuning in all season long. Your business gets unmatched visibility across radio, streaming, digital, and social. It's the home team advantage, and it works. Stand out, give back, grow your business. Become a local sports network sponsor at myfmdigital.com. Book a meeting today.